Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here once again with another video on Superman and Lois Season 2. So in 3 weeks time we will be back with our favourite family from Kansas, that of course being the Kent family. I was going to say the Kent farm. The Kent family from Smallville, when we get the premiere of Superman and Lois Season 2, which is weird because it doesn't feel that long ago since Season 1 ended, but then again, there wasn't really a break from DC TV on a Tuesday night in America since Superman and Lois Season 1 ended. We went from Flash and Superman to Stargirl, then back to Flash. Like, this is the first week now without an episode on that day, so it's a bit crazy. But yeah, 3 weeks until we are back with Superman and his family, and there is a lot of excitement heading into this season, just due to how fun Season 1 was, and it will be interesting to see how they carry on that overall story of the characters and everything like that, as well as what was set up right at the end of the finale for Season 1, because that could definitely change the dynamic for a couple of different things. Now, we did get the promo images for the first episode for Season 2, which is called What Lies Beneath, which sounds very mysterious and ominous and has me wondering what could be lying beneath. And we also get a first look, or we also got a first look image of a character coming to the show in Season 2 who won't be making their debut until a few episodes into this season by the sounds of it. Now, usually we'd probably have a synopsis by now for episode 1 or just Season 2 as a whole, along with these promo images, but that hasn't come out as of yet, from what I know. So maybe I might leave that if they release another trailer. But yeah, so no synopsis like we usually would go over in these type of videos. But of course, throughout the video, be sure to let me know your general thoughts, theories, predictions, just general excitement, what you're looking forward to most in this season. Always curious to read what you guys have to say. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video and you are looking forward to Superman and Lois Season 2 and these images get you somewhat excited, be sure to drop a like on the video to show your support and excitement. So the first thing to go over is actually this individual promo image that was released by TV Line, which is this new character coming into the show that wasn't in Season 1. So this is, of course, Lucy Lane. So she's making her debut for Superman and Lois at the very least in episode 4, apparently. And this is according to TV Line, who were the one that released this exclusive first look at the character for this season. Now, of course, Lucy Lane isn't new to the Arrowverse, but is new to Superman and Lois. So she was actually in Supergirl Season 1. So it is surprising to see a character reprise their role from that long ago. And her role will be recurring throughout the season. That it's not regular, so she's not there from the majority of the episodes and beginning to end. It might be a 4 or 5 episode stint. We don't know, but it's just not one random episode and that's it. There is more going on here that, she's going to be involved in. So that's going to be very interesting to see play out, and what has happened to Lucy since the last time she has been seen on screen. Based off this image, it looks like she's talking to Lois, her sister maybe, and she doesn't look overly pleased, and she's carrying something. I don't know what it is specifically, what she could be carrying, but if she's sticking around in Smallville for a bit, maybe she's on some hard times or something's happened along those lines. So yeah, I wonder what's going to be happening with her when she shows up this season. And also, I wonder what the relationship just between her and Lois is, as well as their father as well. I think that could be a very interesting dynamic to see on the show. But let's jump into these promo images for episode 1. As I said, the episode is called What Lies Beneath. So we start off with who else? It's Clark Kent. Not Superman, just Clark Kent. Just a close-up shot here. But who is he talking to, or what house is he in? Well, he's actually in the Cushing house. We can see Kyle here with a lot of elect Daniel Hart for mayor going on, which is then followed up in the next one. However, it looks like I don't know, like Kyle looks like he's just sort of been chilling at home. I think that might be like this is why Clark's here. It looks like they're about to have like some sort of, I don't know, party or something. There's like shrimp cocktails and wine about to be poured everywhere and stuff like that. Not too sure exactly what's going on. But the house is covered in all this elect Daniel Hart sort of thing. Now, I can't remember if this character was in Season 1 or if he was name dropped or something. Was he in Season 1? If he was, let me know, because I'm having a bit of a mind blank at the moment. But we know the mayor from last season was just a piece of work, if we want to keep it PG. He was just a piece of work, and we knew what he was like. So I think it's probably good that Smallville are getting a new mayor. I'm just not too sure if this guy, specifically Daniel Hart, was name dropped or not. So you might have to let me know if that was the case. But yeah, Kyle's getting 100% behind him. If not, maybe getting too invested in it, because as I said, like the whole house is just filled with it. But then again, maybe Daniel Hart is like a friend of theirs, like a really close friend. That might be the case. And we can also see Lana here talking to Clark. I just wonder if there's something going on with Kyle that maybe is of concern because of what happened to him last season towards the end. But I guess that's for us to wait and find out. Next up, we actually do get Chrissy Beppo in the Smallville Gazette office. Now, we can see her interviewing someone here. I obviously no idea. On the actual photo, they didn't have a credit for who the character potentially could be or who they actually just are in general. But you can see that Chrissy is here on her own interviewing this dude. And Lois comes in, and Chrissy doesn't look overly happy. And I do wonder if, because obviously at the end of season 1, we know that Lois sort of invested all that money from selling their place in Metropolis into the Gazette. And I do wonder because this was meant to be a partnership and they were meant to work together and everything like that, like we saw in season 1, whether the arrival of Natalie, of course, the doppelganger, or not real, I guess like the namesake of the baby that Lois never had, or that never survived. I wonder if that just puts like a block on any focus that Lois puts into this job, into this side of her life, because it's all focused around this family life that's going on now. And the trailer that they released for this season does show like Lois pretty stressed as to what's going on. So I wonder if this carries over into the workplace and what the promises that were set up at the end of season 1 just aren't playing out in both what Lois was intending and also just what Chrissy was expecting as well. So I wonder what's going to be going on there. Next up, we do get one promo image of John Henry Irons in his RV or van thing. Now, I'm very interested to see what they do with his character outside of this stuff with his daughter that's now arrived on Earth. Are we going to still see him fighting alongside Superman in the steel suit? We did see in the trailer that it's still there. It's not like it's not a thing. So it seems like he's still going to be an accomplice, an ally of Superman when needed. I just don't know if it's going to be the main thing that happens. So I'm interested to see where they go with him and everything like that. But I do wonder if we jump into some stuff in regards to the Earth he came from and the Earth that Natalie came from at the end of last season and what's going on there. Is it completely destroyed? Is that, that Kal-El still an issue over there? Like, is that going to come up? Because that'd be fairly interesting if it was, because we saw, Tal-Rho get defeated, but we didn't see this other Kal-El on the other Earth get defeated. John was just trying to stop that happening on this Earth as well. So will that come into play? Are we going to get multiversal, at least specifically in regards to John Henry Irons and everything like that? I wonder. But in regards to his daughter, Natalie, there is just one promo image of her as well, and it looks like she's going to school. Because I think in the trailer for this season, she says, like, I've been here like 2 or 3 months or something like that, and something along those lines. So it seems we're getting like a 2 or 3 month time jump between the end of last season and the beginning of this one. And of course, I don't think they're just going to have Natalie just start chilling on the farm or in John's RV the entire time. I think she wants to get out and about. But I do wonder what her relationship with Jonathan and Jordan are or will be in this season, because there could be some awkwardness around that. I don't know what that's going to be like. I wonder if they actually be somewhat friends, or it's a bit of maybe like Natalie gets in the wrong crowd because she just tries to stick away from Jonathan, Jordan, anyone they associate with. So that'll be interesting. And finally, we do get some stuff with Superman. Now, I think like the promo images usually only show you like a handful of scenes or scenarios from the episode, so there's probably a lot more going on. They just choose specific promo images, obviously, but we do get some Superman stuff. So you get this close-up one of, it's Superman, and we get another one where obviously he is in the DOD, just like we saw last season. But this is the interesting thing. So we saw this type of shot in the trailer, which shows Lieutenant Anderson, which is the new character, and sort of filling in that role that like General Lane had last season. Obviously, he's left the DOD, so this is like the new General Lane, if you want to put it. But in the trailer, I don't think we saw these two people with the Superman jackets behind him. So they just appear, I guess, just after or just before, or disappear just before that shot in the trailer. Now, what's going on with these people? Because Superman seems a bit concerned looking at this new I think it's Lieutenant Anderson, and these two, people with the Superman jackets, and it looks like they're, they got even like the gloves on. It look like they're meant to be punching stuff, and it looks like they're built for combat almost. And it makes me wonder, does the government get their hands on the remaining ex-Kryptonite and make their own super soldiers? Like maybe not as powerful as Superman, but they have abilities like we saw with Tag Harris. So the thing with the ex-Kryptonite is it's only like if you had it with the Eradicator, then it embedded you with the consciousness and everything like that. But we saw with Tag Harris, it can just give you powers. It can just give you powers, and it's whether, you know, they can control and everything like that. So I wonder if the Tag Harris stuff from season 1 plays into what's going on with these super soldiers and maybe some other stuff where they did tests on him and what happened to him and how they could actually utilize that and control that. And potentially we get these super soldier type of things, but it also could lead to the villain of the season as well, like maybe a rogue one or just something goes wrong, something along those lines. However, it also could potentially be a take on the Superman of America. So Superman of America, some, you know, 2 key words there. So in the comics, the Superman of America actually aren't just like copies of Superman, like we saw in like the, you know, like the Death of Superman story and everything like that. It's just a group of young heroes or young powered heroes that are brought together by Lex Luthor of all people. But the show could twist it around where the government uses the ex-Kryptonite, as I said before, to make their own like Supermen or super people. And this would be due to not being able to have Superman on strings. I think that's meant to be a key, at least subplot with what's going on here with the government, is that they want to rein Superman in and have him be a defender of America, and he solely defends America. But he's like, no, Superman's for the world. I go protect the world. We saw that last season. We saw him in China. I think we saw him in Germany. I can't remember the other place we saw him in. So we saw him in multiple different countries saving people. So these people, these 2 examples that we're seeing behind Lieutenant Anderson, these are like supermen or super people of the government that are solely used for America's defense. And as I said, while Superman is a protector of the entire world, but obviously this is not going to, you know, I think sit well with Superman, because especially if like ex-Kryptonite gets brought into it or any other form of like genetic enhancing through that type of like cosmic material, I don't think it would sit well. Especially if there's an example of like some rogue activities going on with one or more of these people that are, you know, enhanced potentially. But I'm sure we'll find out early on. This is episode 1. So we'll know by episode 1 whether these are people that are enhanced by like an ex-Kryptonite or something like that. But yeah. Also, I don't think Superman would be too happy that they're wearing his emblem as well. That might be a bit triggering. But yeah, earlier in the video, I did mention a trailer. So I do wonder whether we'll get another trailer in the next week, probably. As I said, the show comes out in 3 weeks. We premiere in 3 weeks for season 2. And they usually release a trailer a month before a show starts, which we got a couple of weeks ago, and then another one around 2 weeks before the show premieres. But with The Flash, season 8, they only released 1 trailer, which was a month before, but that might have been to keep spoilers and, you know, keep spoilers at a minimum and keep as many surprises as they can, because that Armageddon event had a lot of twists and turns throughout it, which weren't given away by that initial trailer that we got. So I guess we'll have to wait and see in regards to Superman and Lois season 2, but if they're going to release another one, I'd expect it next week, but that's a wait and find out. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show support. Let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions, thoughts, theories, predictions, everything like that. I'm always curious to read them. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.